Hi, I'm Camilla Salisbury, and today we're going to make an impressive puff pastry wrapped brie. Now, this delicious appetizer can be made with just 3 ingredients and 3 simple steps. You can print this recipe from our website. I'm preheating the oven to 400 degrees. Now, this recipe calls for 1 sheet of Pepperidge Farm puff pastry that I've allowed to thaw at room temperature for about 40 minutes. Now I'm going to gently unfold my pastry on a lightly floured cutting surface. Now I'll take my brie and place it right down in the center of my pastry. Now to wrap it, I'll bring up the edges of my pastry. And by the way, I'm using an 8-ounce package of brie here. It's perfect for a party of about 6 people. I'm trimming the excess pastry from the brie, and we'll use that a little bit later to make a beautiful bow garnish. Now, I like to use both of my hands to mold the pastry to give it a nice round shape. Now for step 2, I'm going to make an egg wash by beating 1 egg with 1 tablespoon of water. Just mix it until it's combined. Now brush the seams of the pastry to seal the edges. Now, take your ungreased baking sheet and place the brie seam side down. Perfect. Now, if you're planning to bake the brie later, wrap it along with the egg wash with plastic wrap, brushing only the seams of the pastry until you're ready to bake it. Now, when you are ready to bake, brush the entire surface of the pastry generously and entirely. And this egg wash will give the finished pastry a beautiful golden brown finish. Now you could move right to the oven at this point, but I like to have a little creative fun first. Remember those scraps that I cut away? They can be cut into decorative shapes using cookie cutters or scissors or even freehand with a paring knife, and then placed back on top of the wrapped brie. Now, it's time to make that beautiful bow garnish I mentioned earlier. I'm going to take the scraps and cut them into about 3/4 inch wide strips. And they don't need to be perfect. You can just approximate. These look great. To make the bow, take the 2 longest pieces of the puff pastry and loop them around. Let me do the other one. And then bring the ends together at the center to fashion a bow. And that looks good. Next, take the 2 shortest strips and place them right at the center. And those will be the tails of the bow. And to finish up this simple bow, I'm going to use the medium-sized strip and wrap it right around the center. And just tuck the ends underneath. Oh, that is so pretty. And so easy, too. Now, I'll get my brie back and place that bow right in the center of the pastry. Beautiful. Now, just like I did with the pastry, I'll brush that bow generously and entirely with the egg wash. You can make other decorative shapes besides this bow, too. You could do leaves, circles, even random geometric shapes are really dramatic and gorgeous once they puff up in the oven. And now it's on to step 3. I'm going to bake the brie for 25 minutes until it's puffed and golden brown in color. It looks perfect. Now let it cool for at least 20 minutes as recommended, and resist the temptation to move it or cut it. Doing so could break the pastry and all that delicious cheese will come flowing right out. Over here I have a finished pastry that I've already let cool. I'm going to serve it up with some crackers, some mango chutney, and some fresh fruit. And here it is, a flaky puff pastry wrapped brie that is truly delectable and simple to make, inspired by Pepperidge Farm puff pastry sheets. For this and more 3-step recipes, search our website.